Welcome back, everyone. I feel like it's been a while, so I'm going to give you guys a quick little rundown of where I've been. A couple weeks ago, I went to a Toyota event. I had to leave early because of those kidney stones that I was telling you about. So I went to the emergency room. I was admitted, pumped full of fluids. When I was released, I actually felt great. I had surgery planned a few days later. I went to the surgery and I told the doctor that I think I passed the kidney stone in the emergency room previously. The doctor basically said, well, find out when we go up there and check for it. So I had the surgery. They didn't find a kidney stone, and I've been in excruciating pain since. I'm actually starting to feel better now, so back to work. I got this car. It's a 2005 4Runner. Their concern is the height control light flashes in the rear of this vehicle sits low. So I'm going to walk you guys through how I diagnose this, and it's a pretty simple system once you realize what's going on. That light blinks because the air suspension has no clue where the rear suspension is actually at. Alright, so I have the data pid down below. Which one's right? I have no idea. The left rear is reading 0 inches, the right rear is reading 4 inches. But that is why the air suspension computer has no clue where this air suspension is actually at. It has no clue if it's 0 inches, 4 inches, somewhere in between. So it really doesn't do anything. So I'll show you how to check those leveling sensors, and we'll go from there. So on these rear suspensions, I hope you can see them. I know this is going to be hard to see on the video, but there's 2 height sensors. This here is the left side. I'm going to move these up and down. Watch the data pid. This side's a little easier to see. I'm going to move this one up and down and check the data pid. And I'm going to compare the two to see how much they each move. So I'm going to move these up and down and compare the 2 sides. So that's the left side. This up and down. I got this new light for my camera. It's really showing how bald I'm getting. So now we can compare the 2. This right height sensor didn't seem to have much adjustment, so I'm going to check it with the scope, make sure I have my 5 volts, my ground, and a good signal coming out of it. But actually, you know what? I had a couple guys asking for a Toolbox tour. Can't give you much of one because I'm a dealer tech and I don't have much to show, but my Diag Drawer, it's my pride and joy, so I'll show you that. All of my snap-on test leads, which I need, multimeter test leads, different size T-pins, back probes I get off Amazon, Pearson probes, light bulbs to load circuits, my amp clamps, my snap-on amp clamp. Now this is my baby, the WPS 500 power probe. I don't use often. Front probes, a multimeter, a couple test lights, my injector pulse tool, Take you over to my cart. Have the U-Activate tool from AES Wave. Love that thing. The Autel scope and all the leads. It's supposed to be an Autel borescope in there, but it's broken and my Cornwell dealer's dragging his feet. Different wire crimpers, wire strippers, and it's empty. First 2 wires on this I'm going to check are my power and ground. I should have 5 volts on my power wire. Alright, you can see I have my 5 volts on my power wire, which is good. I'm going to change it over to my signal wire. So I have 4.5, 5 volts. And I'm going to raise and lower this sensor. So this is all the way up, and I don't know, maybe 4.2 volts. Yeah, 4.2 volts. All the way down is at 4.8 volts. It's not enough. These things work just like TPS sensors or accelerator position sensors. They're just potentiometers. So most of the time you're looking at a 0.5 to 4.5 volt swing. I'm going to check the other side, and I'll show you to compare. I'm at 4.4 volts with this height sensor all the way down, and when I raise it up, I drop to 0.5. So my right sensor's bad. That's what's causing this thing to sit low. So I don't think you guys were able to see what I was doing under the car because I couldn't get the camera in. So I built this box. It has a 9-volt battery. A 9-volt battery with a 5-volt regulator feeding the height sensor. And I have the scope hooked up to the signal wire. So as I adjust the height of this sensor, you can see the waveform that it produces. I'm going from like 4.9 to 4.2. So I'm going to hook the new sensor up to show you the difference. And this is with the new sensor. You can see the difference. It's pretty substantial. Well, this one's fixed. I'll show you guys a picture to show this thing sitting right. Just for reference, those height sensors, when this vehicle's in the neutral position, should read 0 inches, which I wasn't 100% aware of. I don't work on these air suspension systems regularly. They don't fail too often. I know that some of the video footage that I was trying to get in the suspension didn't turn out so well. It was hard to get the camera and the lighting up there. I guess I'll see you guys next time, and hopefully it's not a long time from now, because no more kidney stones. I just want to take a moment to discuss some of the Facebook drama you all may or may not have seen over the past week about YouTube creators devaluing the industry by giving away free information to technicians and the general public. That's the last thing I intended to do. When I created my channel, I did it so that dealership technicians, seeing that there may be training that they've never received from their manufacturer. Maybe they never used a scope before. Maybe they don't know the value of a scope in a diagnostic process. That is the reason I created my channel. I wanted to uplift the industry and help techs along. I also wanted the general public to quit picturing me as a grease monkey. For years, that is how people have looked at me, as a grease monkey. They don't see the complexity of issues that I have to face on a day-to-day basis. I want you all to go to the Trained by Tech's website page with a link in the description below. They have lists of all the local training companies as well as the national training events. Now, I want you all to look for training events local to you, or maybe national ones that you can get to, because you're not going to get the same amount of information in my 10-minute video as you are going to get from a 4 or 8 hour class from these training companies. I'm just here to provide little pieces of information here or there wherever I can. If you really want to better yourself, you need to go to these training events. So go to the link below and check out training events local to you, and especially support the trainers who are active on social media, the ones taking time out of their day to help us, to answer our questions day to day. Those are the guys who I feel deserve our support the most. So have a happy Memorial Day, and I'll catch you next time.